And up next here, we got an awesome fight. I'm definitely looking forward to this one. Cub Swanson taking on Fili, two OG guys in the game that are going to be going out there and putting it down for us. And interesting fight, man. I mean, Fili, quick turnaround after that brutal knockout loss to Dan Ige. Not sure how smart that is. I know he's not facing a crazy puncher in Cub Swanson this time, but Swanson is a dangerous guy, and he, in my opinion, is dangerous in the areas that Fili likes to fight in. So it's a great fight. I mean, Cub Swanson obviously is old at this point. He's taking a lot of damage, and you don't know when he's going to go in there and just look over the hill. And I do think that the straight shots of Fili, the kicks of Fili maybe even mixing in a takedown or two could all be problematic for Cub Swanson. I think that Fili probably, if he pushes the pace in the wrestling and the grappling, has the better cardio and could win that way. But honestly, man, I'm kind of thinking that Fili's going to fall victim to the moment with the crowd, with seeing a legend like Cub Swanson across from him and the type of fights that Cub Swanson usually likes to put on. And I think it's going to become a war here. And if that happens, I feel like Cub Swanson is a very live underdog in this spot, because I think in the pocket, both guys like to really pull counter, and they do it really well. And obviously, Fili has that reach advantage, but Fili's a little more basic. I mean, you'll throw the 1-2s, you'll throw that 1-2 head kick, but I feel like Swanson has tighter boxing combos. You'll dig the body, come to the head. He, in my opinion, is a little bit more creative and dynamic, and I think he's a little more durable to the head. You know, even though Swanson has had these finish losses where he's gotten hurt with body shots or leg strikes, it seems like he's not necessarily the most weathered in terms of his chin, though. He could still take a punch. And I think that could play to a big benefit here, because I think he's facing a guy in Fili that's not a big... He'll attack the body with some body kicks, but I don't think he's necessarily like a heavy body kicker. He doesn't throw many leg kicks. So it's going to be more of a guy that's going to be a headhunter, and I feel like Swanson can deal with that fairly well. So I think it's going to come down to how Fili plays it, but just in my head, I think Fili's going to want to go in there and have an entertaining fight, and if he does that, I think Swanson's going to get the win, and I'm actually going to predict Swanson to get the knockout here via first or second round knockout. I just feel like Fili's taking a lot of damage. He's been getting dropped in like every fight that he's been in recently. He's gotten knocked out in a couple of them, and I just think Swanson could maybe put that nail in his coffin. So I'm going with Cub Swanson, and I'll say he wins via knockout.